Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Battler video. My name is Zeru, and this is Long Live the Queen episode 4. Now, as you know, I died in the last one, and it was very fun and actually very soul-crushing because I had to go back and redo everything. I realized what the problem was. My poison was high, but it wasn't high enough. Plus, you get bonuses for wearing things like this nurse's outfit, which gives bonuses too, as you can see over here, various skills. Now you can see, I came back and I redid everything. I did change one or two decisions. For example, I saved the little boy so his grandfather didn't murdicate his face. Yeah. And obviously I'm not maxed out on my magic yet. I think I was on the other one because I focused a little more on the poisons. But other than that, I really didn't make any significant changes to my choices. So everything's pretty much the same. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to wear that. So, anyway, my poison should be sufficient to get through. We're back at week 32 again. So, let's go ahead and... Wait, what are my... Yeah, wield magic, because I wanted to make sure my wield went all the way up. Is that right? No, my wield's already 100, so, okay. Okay, now I know where I am. I can just go back and work on sense and resist. And then I'm going to have to actually work on my presence, which... Do I need to be, really yielding, I think, for my presence to work? But I read that that was really important. I didn't read any spoilers to the game, but anyway, okay, I'm just going to stop flapping my gums and actually get down to this. We'll do a resist and a sense. Alright. Oh, so many bonuses. Things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful. Blah, blah. We go to tournament. What a good idea. I'm sorry, I'm just going through this because we've been through this before. Gold. Very well. Okay. Vase of flowers. Divination failed. Decoration failed. Continue my room. My lady gift has arrived from the Duke. Well, my lady merchant house. Blah, blah, blah. You tear open, find chocolate. Yay, we're going to eat the chocolates because we're really stupid. And, yep. And delicious. And then, oh no, I feel terrible. They were poisoned, of course. The world seems darker, colors less bright. Luckily, you recognize the symptoms of poisoning immediately and are able to reverse the effects. Subsequent investigation shows that no House of Corlett exists in Kigal. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. Okay. Now I'm really scared because I died, and now I might die again to something else if I don't put my points in. Okay, so another thing that I learned is saving frequently is very good in this game. Otherwise, you have all your shit undone. And if I actually hit something where... And I didn't even realize that when I was catching up, but if I hit something where I die and there's no way that I can go back to week 31 and get the skill that I need to pass it, then I'm kind of boned. And I would have to go all the way back to week 7 again to make sure that I did it right. But anyway, what do I need? Mood... Man, okay. So I need to lose willful, and I'm almost maxed out on my magic. So I'll max out my magic, lose some willful bonuses for now, and start working towards yielding. So we're going to attend the court. Okay. Classes, skills. We're going to go ahead and we're going to keep on these two, so we'll max those out. Those should both, maybe resist magic will be finished. We'll see, but I'm going to keep that as is. Actually, no, what I want to do is boost my lumen. That way my skills are, yeah. Yep. Wait. Oh, if I max, so do those bonuses, oh crap. Maybe I don't want to boost my lumen. We're actually going to stick with the nurse's gown because I'm really wary about that because I know I'm good on everything else, so. Almost. That should max out. Perfect. Have nothing more to learn. Cool. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other. The people will be pleased if you participate in their games. However, it would expose you to danger. What event do I wish? Oh. Well, I guess archery I would be best at. Yeah, we'll do archery. I know this is risky, but whatever. You make your way to the archery field. You know how to aim and loose, but so do an enormous number of people in your domain. You are swiftly eliminated from competition, with no reason to be embarrassed about it. All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near queen, you place flower garlands around their necks. All of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. God damn it, again? It's Kevin, the Earl of Lowe. In one hand he carries an armored gauntlet, in the other a sword. My family's blood is on your hands. But did you know, bitch, that I have studied the art of swords? Ars, the ringleader of the rebellion, she was his mother. He casts the metal glove to the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing at you. I challenge you, Elodie, a life for a life. He challenged you to a duel? Doesn't he know you could burn him to crisp just by waving your hand? Okay, so I'm not that far off where, like, I could just accept and beat him in a sword fight, possibly. I can't remember what my swords are. I thought I got them pretty high, but I might still lose. Because I'm getting to the point in the game now where you will lose even with like 70 or 80 in a certain skill. I could kill him with magic. That's kind of cheap and people would probably be scared, but I'm not really a noble person. Remember how I've been playing this? I just like, no, I'm gonna use the best weapon I have. I feel like killing him with magic would be the best way to go. I just want to see what happens. Very well, I'll meet you. Meet your challenge. You got a choice of weapons. Swords. Bring me my sword. The crowd seems not to realize at first that this is a blood match and not entertainment, or perhaps they do, and their cheering is all the louder for it. Kevin's rage fills him with great strength, but makes him erratic and unpredictable. Worse, he's armored, and he seems willing to settle for nothing less than your death or his. What? Your score minor wounds against him, but his expression never changes, his speed never falters, and his face, his eyes, they're red as blood. He's gone berserk. There's nothing you can do to stop him. Eventually you are overpowered. Okay, then. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. Yeah. Load game. Okay, now let's see what happens. The challenge party, you have a choice of weapons. Swords. Bring me my sword. The crowd seems not to realize at first, but this is a blood match, blah blah blah. His rage fills his strength, but makes him erratic and unpredictable. Worse, he's armored, and he seems willing to settle for nothing less than your death or his. Finally, after much footwork and dodging, you are able to penetrate his defenses. Your sword drives through a weak spot in his armor, slicing through muscle and bone. He lies at your feet, bleeding, helpless, and his final act is to spit upon your feet. Even in death, he would not submit. You had no choice. I would have killed him if he had, like, I don't know. I would have killed him if he had squashed my pet cockroach, so. Now that you've finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? I need more yielding, so more yielding it is. Okay. Skills. So I need to do one more sense wait, hold on. First of all, hold on. I need to do menu, save, part 3. Yeah, we're gonna save that because I don't want to go through all that again. Let's see. What was it that I needed? Oh yeah, I wanted to take off my... Okay, so I actually need to do a little bit in both. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, but I need to max them out, so resistance since it is. Whoop. Whoops. For now, we'll go with the nurse's gown because I really don't want to, it makes my bonuses a lot higher so that I'm probably not going to die of poison. Probably. I say probably. You never know with this game. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. My lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. You find your father standing over a map of the coastline, his face grave. Ships have been sighted on approach from Shangia. Not trade ships. This is a war fleet. Oh, god damn it. Isn't that the one thing I didn't focus heavily on? What? Within a week, they will be in Novan waters. Within 2, they could reach the capital. Then we'll fight to defend ourselves. You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice. Well, of course we're going to recruit. Yep. You will need to draw up a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very great. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I would strongly advise against it. Wait, hold on. Don't I get 1 more week or whatever? See, I'm a battle maiden, you know? I mean, I went and I crushed this rebellion. The fleet's gonna be nothing for me. The risk is mine to take. You have your mother's heart. There's one more thing. I hesitate to ask, but... an invasion. This is the sort of disaster for which a lumen's power may be worth the cost. If the fleet could be destroyed before they reach our waters, many lives could be saved. See, I just maxed out all my lumen, so I don't know any magic that could sink a whole fleet. I'll have to talk to my mentor. You find the Duchess of Ursul in her guest quarters. A fleet from Shangia is attacking us. Is it possible to sink them all with magic? It is easy enough to attack one soldier, one ship, as a demonstration, but to obliterate an entire fleet... You would need an immense amount of power spread over a large area, more than any one lumen could control. Well, then you can help me. If you tried to raise that much power yourself, you would die. Not could. Would. So it's hopeless. We'll just have to rely on our soldiers. Well, I'm glad they didn't make me waste talking to her for this thing, because I need... Oh... I actually need to be angry so I can focus on my dungeon stuff. Not my dungeon stuff. You know what I'm saying? I need angry so that I can focus all of my crap onto the bonuses for... You know what I'm saying? The bonuses for my military, for my naval, because I need to go all out on the naval. Which means I'm gonna need... this is fine. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We're going to boost our military, and then we're going to go to classes, because in order to get through this, I'm going to need military, naval, because what is my naval? A lot of naval bonuses, but my naval strategy is really low, so I need, yeah. So I'm just going to dedicate both to naval. Naval, 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 naval. And also I'm going to save, whoops, not there. Here. New saves every time, so that way we don't ever have to worry about it. And go. Huh. Oh, yes. 1 turn and I'm already... Oh, so close. Oh, I might still lose because I have just a little bit bonus I need. Oh. Okay, here we go. Danger on the high seas. Ships close in on each other, angling into range. You take your position with a spyglass, watching the enemy movements closely and shouting out any necessary changes in plan. The Sanjians have half again as many troops as you do. It doesn't look promising. Ha! Your skill in long-range magic makes you as effective as a cannon and more maneuverable, but there are far too many ships for you to take each one out individually. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. Are you kidding me? The Novian ships are sunk or scattered as the Sanjian forces press... I just... Okay, here we go. Your grasp of strategy allows you to recognize when the tipping point has been passed and order your remaining vessels to retreat before they are all destroyed. This saves lives, but it means leaving the Novan approach completely unguarded. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Nova's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Sanjian fleet will soon land and their troops will begin to progress towards your capital city. Your remaining soldiers will hold them off as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak. So am I just gonna lose? Okay, well let's think about this for a second. Okay, well, we're gonna continue to work on this. Okay, so here's the thing, alright? I need to be able to stop these guys, and I obviously clearly can't do it through my military or magic or weaponry skills, so the question is, what do I need to do to avoid dying? Or am I already dead? I might already be dead. Hell, I don't know. Crap. I don't feel like everything that I have bonuses in, I don't feel like is going to really help. Battlefield medicine, maybe a little bit. I don't understand how anything else is going to help me stop the invasion. And honestly, there's nothing that I could raise quick enough in any of these 0 categories. Oh, shite. Oh, crap. Well, I guess I have to keep my military suit on. Shit, and yeah, I can't, oh man. I guess battlefield medicine and poison. Shit. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. I guess I'll just do herbs and, or sorry, battlefield and herbs. Or battlefield and poison or something. I feel like I'm really boned right now. Because I can't believe I lost that. I was so good. Such a good strategist. Battlefield medicine and herbs. Poison. I'm gonna die. You have nothing more to learn about poison. Invasion Nova is proceeding. Your coastline is under Sanjian control. Soldiers have marched through villages, trampling fields and frightening citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Sanjia has requested access to the castle to discuss terms. Most likely, you're free to surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem that you have no choice. You prepare yourself as best you can to meet with representatives from Sanjia. You expect a diplomat and military representative, a general or an admiral. You did not expect the handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you, a man announced by your servants as Togami, king of Sanjia. And I'm not promised to anybody, which means I can marry this dude. Is he really their king? Why would a king come all the way here? And he's a lumen too. Haha. My dear young lady, how difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender age.
Don't pretend to be my friend while you're killing my people.
Temper, princess. After all, I am here to save your people. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest. A game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood.
What sort of game?
It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the power of a lumen. I propose a formal duel, my power against yours. The winner takes control of Nova. The loser dies.
Your game by your rules for my life? That doesn't sound fair to me.
The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes.
Why should I?
If you refuse, then the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal lumen challenge, I'll call off the invasion even if I win.
Really?
I swear it by the gods, Nova will be free and safe.
Why take that risk? You're winning the war.
It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal. To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own. Shall we begin?
I can sense his power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have?
Oh! Oh! He seems so evil, though! Well, I'm probably gonna die. Oh, shit. I love this game. I love this game. I'm sorry. I love the choices are so... Accept his terms or offer marriage alliance. I'm obviously not going to refuse because he's going to win the war. If I accept his terms, he'll most likely kill me, especially since I'm not wearing my lumen bonuses. If I offer a marriage alliance, then I'm being married to a skank. And he wants my crystal. He'll probably just refuse anyway because he really wants my crystal and he can't have that if I'm alive. And he'd probably murder Kate in my face. But the thing is, if I beat him, is he really going to leave? Oh, so I have saved my game recently, so it's not really the end of the world. Either way. Let's see. Well, I was curious what the marriage alliance would offer.
What if I marry you instead? Then everything I have is yours as well.
Silly little girl, I already told you, your land isn't what matters to me. And I already have a wife, a woman far riper than you. Okay, well, accept your terms.
Then I must.
Oh, this sucks. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of words which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. And then it is time to begin. Okay. God damn it. I already know I'm gonna die here. You trade attacks, one spell sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might also almost be as exciting if your life weren't on the line. You need to end this quickly before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard? Up close, he couldn't fancy his spells. He couldn't use his fancy spells. But what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Or can I? Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. And my swords are maxed out as well. This is the time I was waiting for. The moment of clarity. The moment of... Or maybe if you could distract him somehow. I'm overthinking this. You could cast a spell that he couldn't block. I think a magic sword. Motes of shimmering moonlight coalesce into your weapon in your hand. Yes! You first lunge, he dodges, rolling to the ground, but you recover quickly and strike again. In the confined space of the warded circle, there's nowhere for him to run. The final strike of your moonblade parts his head from his shoulders. Bitch! Your head is mine. Never fuck with the queen. Long live the queen! And curtain act! Or act curtain. Done! You have won. That is awesome. I rock. I'm such a badass. I still need to be more yielding, though. Oh. Why do I need to be more yielding? Because I want to, like, just blast the crap out of my presence. Okay, so here's the question. So these are both maxed out. I probably want to max out my herbs while I still can. And... Actually, it seems like my reflexes I should also start kind of working on. My running's not very good. Maybe I should work... Ugh. Okay, so we're going to do... Royal demeanor, expression, animal handling, medicine. I have a penalty to medicine. Yeah, so we're gonna finish... What's my outfit right now? Boarding school uniform, nurse's gown, boost medicine. Hold on. Oh, but I need to get dance and flexibility up too. Yeah, so we're gonna do herbs. We're also gonna wear my nurse's thing. We're gonna do herbs, herbs, and I could just finish out my archery if I wanted to. Might come in handy. Oh, also we're going to, of course, save. Haha. Don't forget that. Okay. Once he defeated the king of Sanji in a duel, the invasion was meant to be over. In practice, it is not quite so easy to expel a foreign army from your lands, particularly when their leadership is falling apart. The remaining Sanjian generals seemed surprisingly eager to go home and left without a fuss, but a large number of soldiers have broken ranks and run amok, looting and pillaging their way through Nova just for fun. A number of royal holdings have been damaged and valuables stolen. Not only do you lose them, but you will have to pay for repairs. With so many renegades on the loose, Nova seems likely to have severe bandit problems for years to come. When Togami died, he left behind a crystal, a mauve lumen crystal, with glimmers of pink where it catches the light. Such a pretty bauble from such an ugly event. Haha, now I have two. Since Nova won the duel, this crystal is now your rightful prize. But you have no idea of what to do with it. This is the part where the stupid bitch Ursula or whatever comes in and is like, give it to me because I taught you everything you know. For now, you lock it away in the royal treasury. Okay, so I need to do a little more yielding. Perfect. And yeah, there we go. So now I'm fully. So shouldn't that make my? Why is my royal? Oh, because I'm still angry. So I actually need to reduce my anger a little bit too. That's fine. Oh, well, you know, these are all high enough that if I put on my my military uniform, then I'll have my max bonuses, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I think that's what the point of uniforms are, really, is so you can go back and put it on so you have that maxed out without having to, like, waste a whole turn on getting, like, 3.4 points or whatever. I think it's time, guys. I think it's time. I think it's time to do public speaking and court manners. I don't know about you, but that seems about, or flattery. Yeah, I think it's about time. I mean, I know it's week 38. We're kind of late in the game, I think. But that's what we're going to do. So first of all, let's go ahead and save. That's what we do. And we return, and we're going to, yeah. Public speaking and court manners. There we go. Oh, it feels so bad to not get any bonuses, but we do what we must. Time has slipped by so quickly. Only 2 weeks remain before your birthday celebration and your official coronation as queen. Have you done enough to build a stable Nova? It is traditional for the palace to provide entertainment and refreshment for the common people when a new monarch is crowned. It is a rare opportunity for the poor of the land to dine like nobles. The size and scope of any such feast depends on what expense the royal treasury is willing to bear. So I have no idea what my finances have been like this entire time, but I feel like my finances are really bad because of that war and all the pillaging and stuff, so we're not going to have a celebration. There are more practical uses for Nova's coin, after all. Yep. I'm not spending no money. Not when my people are starving and getting looted. No celebration this year. Yeah, because I need afraid, because I'm angry right now. All I need is one afraid, though. And it should change my mood. Okay, so now I am yielding, correct? Ah, perfect. This is what I need. So now I need to, like, focus the crap out of... I know, like, I started on here, but I actually need to start working on my royal demeanor. So what we'll do is we'll start with presence and elegance, and then we'll, once I get these two to 25, we're just gonna blast the crap out of presence. Okay. Sound like a plan? Okay, let's plan. Make it so. Composure. Composure. Castle is buzzing with preparations for your upcoming coronation. Ministers press you with details for your favorite colors and flowers and so on. You really can't see the point of wasting time worrying about decorations when there's so much else to worry about. Others are more interested in the subject of your marriage. Whomever you decide to marry will be elevated to the highest ranks of the nobility, which could mean a major shift in the balance of power. Therefore, everyone is talking about the top candidates, even though you're under no obligation to marry so young. Talarist, the Duke of Sedna, is one option. Yeah, we know. Certainly he expressed interest in marrying you earlier. Your union would bring stronger ties to the domain of Talassi and improve the situation along the Elath border. However, your earlier rejection of him would seem to make that less likely. Then there is Banian, the Duke of Marie, a powerful and eligible noble only about 10 years older than you. There's Kiran, the new Duke of Lila. He's close enough to your age that you remember meeting him at school, where he was already becoming quite handsome. Lila is a powerful territory, and he has family ties to much of Nova. It would be a good match. Except, of course, that you are responsible for the death of his mother, which is probably a good reason to not marry him, because he would probably murdercate my face in my sleep. There's little Adair, the eventual Duke of Eleth, although at 12 he's only a child. I think this is the guy that I saved from his uncle. Remember I said that, like, before his uncle murdered him? Anyway, at least he's almost old enough to understand the concept of romance. Some people think you ought to marry Gwendol's half-brother, Anchiet, who hasn't even turned 9 yet. There are 2 or 3 minor earls around the age of 20 who might be passable alternatives, and of course you could decide to ignore noble traditions entirely and marry a commoner if you were prepared to deal with the uproar. I think what I need right now is a wealthy guy who poses me little threat. While you will need to marry eventually, you are still very young. You could put this decision off until later. However, clear succession contributes to the stability of your domain. Are you leaning towards any option? Okay, so I don't know what happened to my the guy who started with a C that I danced with, but I feel like the Duke of Sedna is going to be a safe option. He's older. He's probably wealthy. I think I'm going to go with him and be like, you know, I was a little immature back then, and now I think I will pick you. Yeah. There's no time to pursue that thought at the moment, but perhaps in the future. Wait, what? Oh, it was just asking me who I was leaning towards. I don't want to be angry. So we're going to try to get less angry for now. Yep. Okay, so like I said, our plan is to keep presents going. And wait, how are my skills doing? 1.3. Okay, good. So we will stick a turn with composure. No, we'll go to elegance, because I'm trying to, like, bounce it around, and so that I'll eventually get this all the way up. So, like, because I need both of the composure and elegance at 25, so my presence can go all the way up. Okay, so let's go to classes, royal demeanor, keep the presence, and we'll go to elegance. Perfect. Oh, crap, I forgot to save. Okay, I'll just save next time. If there is a next time. You never know this late in the game. At this time last year, you were celebrating your 14th birthday. You were in the school garden surrounded by your friends. A teacher brought you tea and cakes, while a wealthy merchant's son wove a crown of flowers for your head. It didn't matter so much that you were a princess then. Your title was something for the future. Many of your peers would be duchesses, or earls or the like someday, but not then. You were children. Your parents could not attend on the actual day, but they did send wonderful gifts, some for you, and some for you to share. And a week later, they came for a visit, and your mother took you with her through the countryside in a splendid carriage. It was the last time you would ever see her. You wonder if, wherever she is, she can see you now. You are 15 years old, a legal adult. You have worked and studied and suffered and prepared, and now the time has come. You kneel before the priestess, barely hearing her words as she recites the blessings. Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna, get stabbed in the back? She calls upon the gods to deliver peace, wisdom, and prosperity to you and through you to all of Nova, and then she calls upon you for your oath of rulership. Will you guide and govern and protect your people to the best of your ability according to law and custom?
I will.
Will you, to the best of your power, uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy?
I will.
Lords and ladies assembled, I present to you your undoubted queen, who has sworn you her loyalty. You who have come to give homage, will you do the same? One at a time, the head of each duchy approaches your throne and kneels to swear his or her service to you and your heirs. People of Nova, I give you Elodie, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all?
Long live the Queen! Long live the Queen! Long live the Queen!
Thank you.
I will. Forever and ever.
Once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Caloris. He was pursued by many women, but showed little interest in remarrying, directing them instead to his brother, the Duke of Mazbana. The subject of magic and lumens remained a slightly uncomfortable one for the citizens of Nova, perfectly fine for the Queen, who had inherited it by divine right, but not something that other people should be aspiring towards. Look at all the terrible things that happened when that power fell in the wrong hands. As an openly acknowledged lumen, Juliana, Duchess of Ersurel, was met with public suspicion whenever she journeyed outside her duchy. At times, that suspicion was accompanied with thrown vegetables. It did not matter that Elodie supported her fully as a member of the noble court. That only led the commoners to whisper that Juliana was a bad influence on their queen. Juliana's perpetually unmarried state was even more worrying to those with wagging tongues. What if that influence rubbed off on the queen and left Nova with no heir? After the failed invasion, relations with Sangia remained tense. First came the recriminations and demands from the Queen of Sangia, devastated by the death of her husband, which Elodie ignored. Next came the subtler approaches, the quiet gratitude and offers for alliance from ministers who were thrilled to see Togami gone. Elodie ignored those also, which was just as well, since the next thing to arrive was the preserved head of one of those traitorous ministers, sent by the Queen of Sangia as a warning. There was no sign of war in the immediate future, but there was not likely to be alliance either. Elodie proposed marriage to Talrist, the Duke of Sedna, but was rejected. Not only did he turn her down, he mocked her lack of charms in front of the entire Talassian court. In the end, though, the joke was on him, as it was his younger brother who became the king consort of Nova, leaving Talrist forever relegated to second place. In your face, bitch. Rumor reached Elodie's ears that a hospital had been constructed in Ixion, and that some of the peasants of Marie were defecting southward to have access to this wonder. While regretting that she had not been able to found such a my brain's fried, guys. I'm sorry. While regretting that she had not been able to found such an institution herself, Elodie soon arranged a new friendship with Ixion in which rare herbs from Merva were traded for medical knowledge, and thus Queen Elodie's legacy stretched into the future. Long live the Queen. Bravo, bravo. I thought it went further than 40 weeks, but I suppose that's it. So, that is Long Live the Queen, and I'm really, really depressed and sad that it's over because that was so good. But I know in the future there's going to be more games like this on this channel, and I'm really excited to discover new storylines and to share them with you guys. And hopefully you guys will continue to watch these and just be able to, curl up and eat your popcorn or whatever and just kick back and relax and listen to these. Oh, such a good, man. I ruled with an iron fist, man, and I made it, and I was so happy. I was worried there for a second. I thought I was going to get knocked off during my coronation, but luckily that didn't happen. So, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. My name is Zeru, and this is The Backers.
Target acquired.
Old school motherfucker. Old school motherfucker. Old school motherfucker. Old school motherfucker.